What's up, family? It's Julian Spires here, music teacher at Ron Brown College Preparatory High School, and today I want to bring you the lesson for Week 7 Distance Learning Packet. Alright, let's get right into it. So the next following 3 weeks are built from the cornerstone concerning the musical language. Here we are trying to build your musical language. We've extended it and reinforced it for this distance learning time. But we're bent here on trying to get you to stretch far beyond what you've ever spoken or what you've ever explored in music, and specifically being able to speak about music. So this week we've been exploring the concept of soundscapes. Presenting an album of life, essentially. Presenting an album where you are coming up with sounds from your surrounding. And now we're moving forward to drawing inspiration from those sounds to develop a project, to develop a song per se. Here you are going to develop that into a composition where you will explore improvisation and form. Now we know that improvisation is making better with musical ideas, taking something that's already present and without any prompting per se, without any guidelines, not random, but intentionally choosing the tools that you already have and coming up with something on the spot, sort of freestyling, if you please. Improvisation is the spontaneous performance of music without preparation, without any guidance, any notes, any directions, essentially. You are taking what is already present and you're just enhancing it with the tools that you have. Let's take a moment and let's improvise, all right? Using your voice or your body percussion, or maybe you have an instrument at home. Let's see what you got. Let's have a conversation. What was that like? Where did you draw your inspiration from? Did you sing? Did you tap? Did you play an instrument? Did you play the djembe? What did you play? The drums? What did you do? And more importantly, the first question I asked, what did you experience in this moment? Take a moment to think about that, and then I want you to jot it down. Now, task 2, we're going to go ahead and engage that packet. Maybe it's Canvas that you have now. We're going to go ahead and engage it directly. I want to make sure you can see what we're talking about here. So for task 2, in the box below, you're going to randomly put the number sequence from 1 through 8 in the boxes below in any order. Avoid looking beyond these directions. After you have placed those numbers in the boxes, you are going to now use the key below and add in the rhythms that are associated with each of your choices above. For box 1, you have a quarter note. For box 2, you have eighth notes. You're going to put those in the corresponding boxes according to what you selected above. Now here you want to practice your rhythmic composition. This is your A section. Now why don't you go ahead and read along as I do this next part. Music, as we all know, is organized sound, and it is organized into different sections, different parts, and those sections is what we call a form, and that form is what we use to build a piece of music. So there are a variety of forms, but some common forms include AAA, AB, ABA, ABACA, or ABCBA. Each section is designated by a letter. I want to say that again. Each section of the song is designated by a letter, A, B, and so on. A very basic example of ABA or ternary form is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. The A section is exactly the same, or the first part rather, is exactly the same as the third part, so those were both called A. But the middle part is a little different. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. It's different than Twinkle, Twinkle, but those twinkle, twinkles are the same in the beginning and ends, hence ABA. In task 2, you developed your A section. For your B section, we're going to revisit soundscapes. In week 6, you developed a soundscape based on your environment at home and created a key for how to notate those sounds. Be creative. Determine which form you will use for your composition below. Add more boxes if you like. So in task 1, you practice improvisation, and I want to take our minds back to improvisation for a second. Now, if you think to what example I played for you, you'll recognize that I had a lot of information inside of my improvisation. Perhaps that's because I've been doing it for a long time, but I also use tools that I have learned over time. I use scales, I use different ideas, I use different melodies. Here's another clip of that. So I showed you that again just to let you know that improvisation, sometimes it uses existing patterns, and sometimes you're going to use or draw inspiration from other songs and other elements of music or other ideas that you might not have had but are influencing you. And that's okay. It still counts as improvisation. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to take that idea of improvisation and use that for your C section. Let's see how it goes. Now you have time to practice it. Let's go. Now that you've taken the time to practice, you can notate your final composition below. After you have notated your final composition, you're done with this assignment, y'all. Look, I had a great time and I really enjoyed this video. I want to leave you with this thought. Improvisation is not random. It is calculated use of tools that you have been given. It is an opportunity for you to show how creative you really are, to show the ideas that you have. While there are many tools and elements, it all depends on your creative mind. Don't let this lesson go to waste. Use this in your everyday life. Improvisation is welcome wherever you may find art. This is a great opportunity for you to draw forth from creativity of your brain and to see just how brilliant you are. Look, I had a wonderful time. Thank you so much for joining me again. My name is Julian Spires, teacher at Ron Brown College Preparatory High School. This has been your week 7 distance learning. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again. Take care.